Hello everyone and welcome back to the Awakening of the Rebellion Let's Play. I'm that one Bullet, and we are actually really close to finishing off and killing off both factions in this Let's Play. And it's interesting because right now the attack or the push seems like we are going to win. The battles are probably going to be pretty intense considering all these Imperial planets are fortified, and also the Black Sun are almost maxed out fortified. And so it's going to be an interesting push. It's going to take us a while. We'll see if the AI, because there's been a lot of AI changes and a lot of balance changes in general throughout the course of this Let's Play, we'll see if the AI even gives us a fight back. Because I know, for example, that a place like Bilbringi with a Golem 3 battle station, probably a hypervelocity gun on here, and probably a factory. If this stays up, and it will stay up for a while because we don't have that many ships in orbit to do much, it's going to take a while before we attack Bilbringi, and they might be able to build up a defensive force. Same thing with the Black Sun, even though the Black Sun are actually down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8 planets, and the Empire are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 planets, not counting these like random, I guess 9, not counting the random intersections, which will probably, the AI will probably try and fight for this intersection pretty soon. It'll be interesting to see him do it. Anyways, we've got a lot of building going back here for cheap. Right now we're doing an MC-80B from the last episode. In the last episode we also conquered Intersection 9. So we're building up space stations. We also have to order up some space stations up here on the defensive line because I want to keep this defended while I think for today's episode we try and take out the Black Sun in these two territories. Of course, this should be actually pretty difficult. We actually need a bunch of ground forces to attack this. And we really don't have that in this area. We really don't have that luxury of having a bunch of units. So we're going to have to build up a little bit of a defense force. And of course, as the New Republic, it's a little bit harder to get your main battle stuff out on the field. I guess like the ground troops and the main battle line ships. The New Republic kind of turns a little bit more into the Empire after you make the switch. And there's that brief moment in between being the Rebellion and becoming the New Republic where you are very, very vulnerable, as it was in the lore. So the other attack that we need to do today is at Borealis. And this attack, we have a fleet ready, and we sort of have a sizable ground invasion force ready. Republic Star Destroyer is one of the newer ships that we have made. So that should be interesting to see how that works out for us. And we have a little bit of a defensive line here. Not much else. We're kind of waiting for this for our main assault ship, and it's going to join in right here and help us attack Borealis. But I think we can attack Borealis. It's only a Golem 3 station. I doubt they have a hypervelocity gun on this planet. So we're just going to go straight for it, starting right about now.
Corruption has been removed.
And we do have a Mandador here. Really unnecessary to keep a Mandador sitting like this on defense, so I think we're going to reorganize a little bit. Dauntless can sit on defense. We're going to use this ship as an attack fleet.
Tactical battle.
And, oh, we just caught their ground forces in space orbit, so that should be pretty cool. I also wanted to apologize for not having a stream the other day. I had a lot of stuff. I still do have a lot of stuff going on. Right now, just a bunch of stuff. I don't want to get into it, but there's actually is a lot of stuff regarding the future of my channel and what I'm going to be doing. Of course, in this time, Halo 5 came out, and no spoilers, but the campaign was awesome. I was actually pretty invested into that, and the multiplayer is amazing. So the thing I've been setting up for, and of course they're going to retreat now because they have all those ground forces, so this is an easy Golem 3 win, which is nice for us. The thing I'm trying to set up right now is Community Halo Nights, and I think I talked about this on the stream but I'm not sure how many people actually knew that this was going on, is that this coming up Saturday at around 6-ish Central Time, we're going to be doing a live stream over on Twitch for Halo 5. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a little bit of Warzone with the community. So the idea is that anybody that feels like playing with my community called the Death Realm Knights, we are going to be doing a Warzone nights every Saturday, and everybody can join and take part in the community, and that's going to be awesome. So that's happening this Saturday. And the other thing is, the reason I didn't have the stream is because I was actually doing a lot of mod work, and I didn't want to stream halfway into development, so I didn't. And also because I was setting up all the Halo 5 stuff, and that takes a while.
Construction complete.
Setting up our clan stuff, and well, it's not really a clan, it's more of a community.
Beginning
I want to stress that it's
construction.
more of a community.
Building
So
cancelled.
yeah, it's going to be awesome, and just a lot of stuff going on with mod development as well. More so, less on the Rebellion side. I think the balance for the Rebellion and the New Republic has almost reached what I kind of want it to be. And so right now I'm working specifically on the Empire. Lots of changes for the Empire.
Invasion.
Tech level changes, story mission changes. I'm adding a bunch of story for heroes, for tech upgrades, because right now it's very lackluster in that department. And a little bit of, finally finishing off the units that I was promising to put into the game, because that's important. So that's kind of what's going on right now. And of course the entire map overhaul is just taking forever. I've got somebody who used to work on AOTR 2.5, and his name's Zarkis, and he's actually come back, and he hasn't worked on it since 2.5.
Right away.
So he didn't work on us with us for 2.6, but he's been on the team before. And he is willing to help me out with the maps, because that is the biggest undertaking in the game, and it definitely is just taking me a long time. It's on top of all the other changes that I have to do, it's taking me forever. You see, I haven't even fixed the Rebel transports yet. It's taking a while, all these changes.
Squadron reporting. Yes, Commander.
And we're unloading some infiltrators. We have some new Seraph speeders, kind of New Republic assault vehicle, actually made for combat rather than a repurposed speeder. And
All weapons loaded.
T4B tanks, awesome new main battle tank for the New Republic, finally. AAC hover tanks, and our
Going in.
X-Wing squadrons get A-Wings now on the ground instead of Z-95, so
Always ready, sir.
really awesome. We got a Rebel Field Commander and infiltrators, so yeah. New Republic's still really not that infantry reliant as the other factions. Mostly about specialized infantry rather than the Empire, which has like actual infantry that like stormtroopers and stuff like that.
Turret constructed.
So we're just gonna build a couple turrets here. Oh, we've got TIE fighters in the air.
Target confirmed.
Send my X-Wing squadrons on that.
Waiting orders.
Of course, they took him out, but they were almost chasing him all the way in.
It's as good as gone.
See, there's random maps like Borealis, for example, that have these civilian structures. This is a really cool map, by the way, but we use it too much in the galaxy. A lot of planets have this map, and you can see that there's already a bug here where the civilians are neutral, and so it's these very little things that I want to fix up, make everything,
Forward. We're right behind you.
make the quality of everything just, perfect, or as close to perfect as I can, because I'm a perfectionist after all. If you haven't noticed yet, that is a thing.
Roger that.
Where did this TIE fighter go? He went over here somewhere. Anyways, we're moving up this battle line very slowly. All they have is one ATPT. That's not going to do much.
Heading out. Guarding the rear. Form up.
There's a TIE fighter. Oh, there we go. That's what I was actually... I actually thought that this would happen now. So, let's see. We need our infiltrator to jack one of these ATAAs. It would be very nice to do that.
Give me a target.
Maybe put down some mines.
Do that.
There we go.
I read you, sir.
Move this into the back line. Of course, they already started targeting it. And I don't know what... Oh, our X-Wings are fighting some stuff over here, but I think they should come over here and help us out. You can see that Seraph speeders are still not that effective. They're more anti-infantry. Oh my goodness, they do have a lot, don't they?
Swamp speeder ready. Swamp speeder
Where's our
reporting.
rebel scout right here? Put a cloak on and just hopefully we can defend this for a while.
I copy. Order received. Fire at will. Ready.
And it looks like our ATAA already got taken out, so... Hopefully we can do a little bit of work against the Empire here.
Yes, Commander.
We really need this landing zone, but they are taking it from us. Oh, that AT-AT is coming. I think we need to back up. In fact, all of our X-Wing squadrons got destroyed. We need to move back to our turrets.
Choose your reinforcements.
We're probably...
Reinforcements.
I don't know. I don't remember if they have an ATAA still online. We're probably going to need to use these T-47s tow cable-wise. Let's bring down some heavy T-2B tanks.
Where do you need me?
And then get some defensive structures.
We've secured a
It'd be nice to actually have a rebel repair station. Repair some of these vehicles, because it's interesting because the rebellion stops using shielded vehicles around this time,
T2B over.
except maybe
On
the
it, sir.
T2B tanks.
I copy. Right away, sir.
It's a little bit more varied.
Distract him for us.
Alright, we have some more rebel speeders, and it's actually mostly just tanks, which is all right.
Underway. Support order acknowledged.
Honestly, though, rebel tanks, when they form up like this, they absolutely destroy AT-ATs. Whereas in the beginning of the campaign, you remember that AT-ATs were pretty almost undefeatable for a lot of my troops, unless you had X-Wing support or something like that. So now it's a little bit easier
We'll hide in the crowd.
to do a little bit more tank spam. Of course, I don't know if T2B tank spam is a thing still. They are pretty expensive, and they only come in pairs of 2. This isn't vanilla, where they come in pairs of 5 and they cost 800, or whatever they used to cost, which is ridiculous.
Got something for me? Reporting.
So yeah, having some heavy tanks really does help in these assaults. We really are lacking on infantry, though. I do not see much. We have Tauntaun scouts and we have Rebel Special Forces, and we have 2 types of AACs.
Course
So
plotted.
I don't know how that works, but that works somehow.
Reinforcement point contested.
Oh, here we go.
Reinforcement point contested. Reinforcement point.
There are a bunch of ATSTs. Of course, see, Empire armor now is really outclassed by the new technology that the New Republic has. Things like ATPTs are just really no longer relevant. The Empire needs to start relying more on TX-130s and heavier artillery and stuff like that.
Destroyed.
AT-ATs should be plenty. And they have a lot of infantry stacked in here. Just plenty of infantry.
Destroyed.
We are losing quite a bit of tanks. In fact, we have lost all infantry.
Choose the reinforcements.
Heading out, sir.
Call in Tauntaun scouts, and they're actually bringing in infantry down here. So, I think we'll put down some T2Bs back there,
Loud and
and
clear.
put down our infiltrators. We're going to try and take this landing zone real quick.
I'm here, sir. Can do.
Tauntaun scouts are the rebel version of the scout bikes for the Empire, and they're finally buildable on most planets. Because they're not just Arctic units, they are more just, scouts.
Roger that.
Rebellion uses animals as scouts because, I mean, animals are probably easier to upkeep and a little bit more expendable than armor. It's sad truth to reality, but PETA, please do not
We've
take down my
secured
channel.
a landing zone.
just kidding. No, but honestly, like, think of it like cavalry in World War II. There were people that didn't have the armor superiority in World War II
Bombardment available.
that the Germans or other mechanized countries had, and so they did actually use cavalry. This is an interesting place for a building. I didn't even know you could do it there. Right outside the base. Alright, they have a lot of anti-vehicle turrets. Ooh, they have actually a lot. So our ships in orbit are going to help us out here and slay all the Empire in that bunker. We're going to take down... I didn't even know they had a hypervelocity gun. Well, I think, yeah, because they retreated, right? So that makes sense. That makes sense. They didn't have any... I mean, they probably did. They just didn't fire it. To be honest, they could have easily slayed me
We've secured a building.
in that space fight with a hypervelocity and a Golan 1 in the station in orbit.
We lost a build pad.
Y-wing squadron.
But their transports were a little bit too vulnerable, I think.
Target's locked.
So here we go. They had an army support post that explains all the stuff. And here come our Y-wing squadrons. Somehow all got wrecked.
Take him out.
By this anti-aircraft turret, actually. Now I just realized what that was. And there we go. We're taking out all these buildings, and I think this is the last
We are
stormtrooper.
victorious.
And there we go.
We've secured a build pad.
The New Republic continues its advance through improved
Planetary
AT-ATs and
control
through all
achieved.
mechanized infantry. And we are moving forward.
Constructing.
And there's another planet for us. Now, to address this problem over here, where we basically have no infantry at all, we're actually probably going to send this attack force along with the Otsari attack force that we apparently have right back here. Oh, and we do have a Corellian destroyer that we're going to use as well. We also have this attack force over here, so we should bring that over. I don't know where all these attack forces are suddenly coming out. Ooh,
Ready for command.
Bothan Assault
Unit
Cruiser.
in production.
Worth it. So this is an interesting ship because it has
Calamari cruiser ready.
the equivalent, it just dishes out a lot of
Construction
firepower. It has,
complete.
I think it has the equivalent firepower of like an ISD-1 or something like
Enemy
that.
fleet approaching.
And they're coming in at a certain intersection. I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm sure it's actually going to cause me a bit of trouble. Intersection 2 is up here. I wonder who is trying to attack me here.
Tactical battle.
Ah, the Empire. With... Ooh! They actually are beginning to build their Imperial Star Destroyer 2s with improved fighters. And they have a carrier, a bunch of carriers, a bunch of Lornar strike cruisers, and a random Dreadnought cruiser. In fact, they do outnumber us. And their firepower is way beyond us. So the thing that I was saying about the Empire actually getting their shit together and striking me back is actually happening. And this could actually get out of control real fast.
Ready for action.
We could see a resurgence of the Imperial Remnant
Y-wing standing by.
in this fight.
We'll lead the Alliance to victory.
And I don't, you know, honestly, I do not see this
Your orders?
fight actually working out for me. 2 Imperial ISD-2s
Jan
are
Donata,
definitely a way bigger threat than what I have here. Like, this is
Bombers at
not
the ready.
even, and all I have is these old Y-Wings and X-Wings. So,
Ready.
and maybe, okay, we have 2 A-Wing squadrons, but those ISD-2s actually have improved fighters on them. So we're going to be seeing things such as TIE Avengers and TIE Interceptors, and not only that, but they have an impressive support frigates. They have
Bombers reporting
a
in.
bunch of Imperial escort
There
carriers.
they are.
So there, you could see, here come all the advanced fighters. Like, just look at all this. Like,
Preparing
we are not going to
for
be able to
light
survive all
speed.
these TIE interceptors coming at us, so we're going to have to retreat. We do not have the fighter superiority in this fight. At all. And hopefully we get... hopefully our troops get transferred over to Bastion rather than the other intersection that Admiral Akbar is stationed over. We haven't actually used Admiral Akbar
System lost.
a bunch recently. So yeah, over here we have a level 3 space station.
Construction complete.
And
Reporting.
oh, we can build
Beginning
mines.
construction.
Oh, of course, I don't really... This is actually not that good. I need to
Constructing.
start defending Bastion because this will probably be a primary assault force or assault point for the Empire. And also I need to build up my
Under
space
construction.
defenses. Along with that, we sent an MC-80B over here. So we're just going to try and push these core worlds out. If we can push the core worlds out, I don't really care if they have intersections or stuff like that. Yeah, we're waiting for this ground invasion force to come in here. Let's assemble a fleet. I'd say this would be pretty good
Command.
to assault that space station. However, I will take Luke Skywalker and Garmbelt Iblis into the fight with me. And we're gonna level 3 space station. Maybe it's a good idea to check out what's going on over there
Right
first.
away.
Reporting in.
There we go. So now we're building some infantry down here with the Mon Mothma discount. We're going to send her over to Fondor because we have a capital shipyard production here. And we are making a steadily amount of credits now. A lot more than we used to be. So that's pretty good.
Hiring
And,
smuggler.
you know, we should always be producing sympathizers. We still can. It's still... The Rebellion still has these special abilities, even through into the New Republic. So, pretty good stuff. We should probably also invest in some of these more
Enlisting
elite
troops.
troops. And an
Unit
artillery.
production.
Artillery would be nice. Artillery would be great, actually. I think we maybe should spend a capital shipyard a little bit on this capital shipyard. Possibly. Do we know what's over here? I think we should be okay by sending this fleet. Actually, a Corellian Corvette would be nice in this fleet, along with some Nebulon B assistance.
Moving ahead.
So let's send that fleet over. We're going to attack that planet. Let's build a heavy factory down here. That'll be a great place to just have heavy factory production.
Construction
I
complete.
hear you need my services.
And we probably should invest a little bit more into A-Wing support and other stuff like that. Yeah, so they don't have anything over this planet, really. And we get to test out something that I just implemented. So we'll see if it works.
The enemy is approaching.
Hopefully. And by hopefully, I mean...
Reinforcement.
Oh, no!
Standing by.
We still have this problem. So I want Luke Skywalker to actually spawn in his X-Wing.
Yes, Commander.
And I've been just working with this for a while, but it's just not working for some reason. He definitely
Awaiting your
does
command.
use an X-Wing. It is his
Your
transport frigate,
Commander.
or I mean his transport starfighter.
I'll be
It's
there.
just that when there's other capital ships in orbit,
Reporting in.
even though I've disabled him attaching to capital ships,
understand.
he still seems to do it.
I'm on it.
So
Form up.
I don't know. I'm just gonna have to work with that a little bit more. And of course, I mean, look at this fleet. New Republic, like,
I copy.
assault force, really just nothing can really stop something like this, especially when we have a Hapen Battle Dragon in the fleet too, and then all these starfighters. And we can technically just lead the starfighter assault forward and kill anything
Starting my run.
that comes into that we come into contact with here. Yeah. So Rebellion fighters, you know, can't recommend them enough as usual. Super overwhelming,
Responding.
super powerful. When in large numbers, in fact, they can just take out entire capital ships in just this squadron alone.
Moving out. I get no reading. Take down those
So we'll
shields.
just launch on this. Actually, let's launch on this main gun.
Weapons on.
A lot of B-wings are actually getting destroyed here. But yeah, torpedo strikes, easy, and then pull out from the torpedo strikes. And we lost a little bit of fighters, but that's okay. We have a Mandador carrier.
Star Destroyer standing by.
I'm going.
So we're moving very slowly here.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Form up.
Moving out.
But we'll get there eventually, right?
Heading out.
And it seems like they have... Is this a... Oh, they have a transport frigate out here that is a pirate... pirate commander, actually.
Fall out. Let's move out.
Wow, they're
Let's
actually
go.
pretty accurate fire
Keep
against these
going.
Y-Wings.
This
Y-Wings are just... I saw a discussion somewhere about what Y-Wing...
Over there.
Y-Wings are the Volvos of the, of the galaxy,
should be
the
there
Star
any
Wars
moment.
universe. They're slow, they don't look good, but they'll get you where you're going. They'll definitely do a lot of damage. So I'm just going to use the Rebellion's ability to use these things as fighters, and I'll just
Awaiting
make them attack these fighters.
charge.
Y-Wings are not that bad at fighter assault, especially when they're targeting other bombers.
Yes.
And of course now the Mandador comes in and, you know, everything goes to hell for the enemy. Especially with a fleet like this, so I think putting this in cinematic mode is going to be awesome. Look at that Hapen dishing out that purple Star Destroyer fire. And of course the Mandador just absolutely destroying everything. It's nice to play as the Rebellion. I haven't been playing as the Rebellion much recently, simply because I've been testing the other factions to see how good they are and if the balance changes are working. And yeah, man, playing the Rebellion is always great. They're such a unique faction with such awesome looking ships. Alright. Taking over the space, and now we're going to send our land invasion force to Polis. Onward, men, onward! Get our New Republic assault force as well.
En route.
Construction complete.
And let's build
Building
us...
started.
no, actually... These New Republic administrations really do
Building
stack up
started.
once you
Building
start
cancelled.
building a lot of them, but I think there's
Constructing.
planets where we haven't built our mining
Building
facilities
started.
yet, so I think those would actually be more beneficial for us rather than building all this other stuff. And we can actually build a Chiss Watchkeeper Destroyer, but we already have one here, so I don't really want to add an additional one. Alright, Polis, prepare to get assaulted.
Invasion commencing.
Oh man, they have actually a lot of ground troops. I did not expect that. Actually, kind of did expect that. But,
Ready.
yeah, here's our New Republic Assault Infantry with the New Republic colors.
Choose your reinforcements.
And we do need to bring down some heavy...
Reinforcements.
I'd say
cancelled.
we need some fighter support, some AAC tanks would be nice. Probably bring down Luke Skywalker.
There.
And just a
Right away.
set of rebel infantry would be nice.
Enemy has
Yeah,
been
there's what I was worried about, is those fighters that they get.
Reporting in.
Because New Republic assault infantry is really not made for anti-vehicle warfare,
Avoiding fire.
whereas the rebel infantry still has rocket launchers.
Standing by.
All right, launch our T-47 air speeders. We do have our AAC tanks.
I'm with you. Stay close to me.
We have to make sure that they do not take these build pads. Oh my goodness, that is a lot
Destroy.
Force be with me.
of pirate scum. Wow, they have a lot of stuff here.
Choose your
They really do have a
reinforcements.
lot of stuff here.
Right away, sir. All lights are green.
Maximum unit capacity.
You make sure that that turret is offline. There we go. And that this Canderous tank is down too.
Will do.
You've secured a building.
We're probably going to need more infantry down on the ground.
Maximum unit capacity.
R2, are you all right?
Whoa, Luke, what is going on with you? Get out of there. Yeah, our assault force just got smashed. So we're going to need some heavy tanks.
Underway.
Maximum unit capacity.
Oh, they also have Vonskers, or however you say that.
Right away.
They actually kill, yeah, Jedis pretty quick, so please kill.
Be right there.
Waiting orders.
Yeah, our Rebel Assault Infantry is not doing so well right about now.
How can I help you?
They have a lot of stuff.
Skywalker here.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
Yes, sir.
For the Alliance.
Go, go! Take them out.
Skywalker reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
We really do need like a medical station because Luke Skywalker is getting wrecked.
Copy. Yes, Commander. Ready.
Oh, they built up another pad.
I'll sneak by.
They built up another pad. We need more missiles on that. My goodness, these aircraft are really causing us problems. Blowing up all of our tanks. Ooh, let's get this bunker. We need this defensive bunker here.
Our base is under attack.
There we go. That's what we need. AACs, come on. Do your duty. And get in that bunker. There we go. We should be able to do a little bit more
Transmit the order.
with that bunker captured. Oh, they have a mass driver turret in the back there.
I'll help any way
We
I
need
can.
that.
Attack tank copies. I copy.
Maybe Luke Skywalker can give us that. Awesome, thank you.
Got it. I see it. Be right there.
That, gosh, what is it called? The Bacta station, right?
We've secured a building.
Okay, there we go.
Affirmative.
I love how that bunker got destroyed by a mass driver turret out of all things. Alright, Bacta station, please. We do have Garm Belibus. We should have probably used him a little bit sooner. Oh no, please, don't die on me. Don't die on me, Luke. Don't die on me, Luke. Everybody kill that freaking... Kill that wolf. Kill the wolves. We need them dead. They're tracking my Luke Skywalker.
Turret constructed.
Oh no, 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 please, please, Canderous, don't kill us.
Yes, sir.
Send down our infantry that way. And send our good tanks on that tank right there.
Waiting orders. I'm with you. You can count on me. Copy. Squad,
Come on, assault infantry. Take them out. Okay, there we go.
right away.
They backed off, and the Canderous tank is dead. We gotta try and rebuild another
We've secured
Bacta
a
station.
build pad.
Reporting. Ready.
And we're gonna move our tanks a little bit forward so that they don't target it.
Attack tank copies.
Also, we'll take out that mass driver turret. There we go.
Yes, sir. Moving ahead.
Send our infantry up to build. I'm gonna build a repair station up there too.
Give me the target.
And they're also ion cannoning my AAC with their
Construction complete.
Mandalorian infantry. There we go. Back to station up.
We've secured a build
Repair
pad.
station, please.
Ready.
Oh man, they're gonna try and take it offline. There we go. Awesome. AAC hover tanks never
Choose
disappoint.
your reinforcements.
Right away.
Put down some old T3Bs. Oh no! See, they've stunned this with the
Destroy.
Mandalorian infantry, and then they wrecked it with the disruptors.
Construction complete.
Let me help you.
All right, Luke Skywalker looks like he's able to fight now. They are still bringing in troops.
Heading out, sir.
Fall out, troops.
They're destroying my tanks really bad.
I'm here, sir.
Let's move out.
And you can see we added the the missiles now instead of the torpedoes on the ground for these tanks, which
Available.
makes everything a little bit more cohesive.
Where do you need me?
And that's a good
Choose
thing
your
actually.
reinforcements.
Also, all the ground missiles now penetrate through shields. I've made a kind of a change to make everything consistent because before
Copy.
some missiles couldn't go through shields and some could, and I just decided that missiles should just go through shields. Shields are basically only for just blocking lasers, not solid projectiles. And that's the way that the Star Wars lore has always really done it. That's the way that it's always been. And so I'm just going to make it consistent now. Unless the projectile is more of like a high explosive round rather than a penetrating explosive. Oh, they have all these minefields everywhere. We don't even know where they are. I should create a way to reveal minefields,
Be right there.
but that's a task for another day. Here we go. Disruptor infantry, and yeah, overwhelming firepower wins the day, and we're going to take this landing zone.
Yeah.
We have a missile turret back there. Let's just send our tanks on the building, and let's send Luke Skywalker on the...
That's easy.
Wow, they have a lot of turrets.
Ready.
Let's go.
Send our infantry on that.
We've secured a landing zone.
Garm Belibus, help us.
Heading out, sir.
Put down some more infantry. We're actually running out of this old rebel infantry nowadays. Oh, they had a mass driver turret back there. See, so now these turrets actually do a good bit of damage. Yeah, Garmbelibus is no longer what he used to be. Let's just say that. He's a killable hero just like everything else in this game now. Before he used to be way too powerful. Way too powerful.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
So he already actually lost one of his main battery turrets.
Don't underestimate.
Copy. Right behind.
I don't know if we need a bombing run yet. Yeah, I think we should.
I'll help any way I
That
can.
looks pretty bad.
Copy.
In fact, there's 2 bunkers stationed out here. And this bombing run's going to take care of both of them. That's beautiful. Beautiful bombing strike.
Over there, you got it. I see it. Be right there. Going in.
I'm going to use Luke Skywalker as more of a sneak unit. Get behind enemy lines and kill them from behind with his saber throw.
Signal. You'll find I'm full of surprise.
And the rest of the Republic Assault Infantry is going to move forward.
His bullseye womp.
My god, he just tanks damage, doesn't he? Alright, Luke. You're done.
Copy.
Let the rest of these guys take care of all this.
Heading there now.
Providing
You
backup.
can count on me.
Alright, what type of buildings do they have back here? They probably have the entire suite of buildings.
Hover tank on.
I understand.
Yeah, a little bit of pirate infantry and stuff like that, but mostly just death. Let's just take them out one at a time, make it a little bit faster. Black Market, goodbye.
They're after me.
Come on, Luke, don't die by grenades, please. Okay, great.
I'm on it.
We've got your back.
Oh, shit. They actually put down mines everywhere? Okay, let's send him back to heal.
Garmbel Iblis here.
Alright, we're taking that out.
Skywalker reporting.
Ooh,
On my
we have
way.
back to tank
Your
here.
overconfidence is your weakness. Last
I wish you
mistake
could
ever.
use back to tanks. Like, the back to tanks were like these things. It'd kind of balance them a little bit more if any faction could use them.
Transmit the order.
And things like the repair stations too. So that you could, if an enemy has a repair station up, you could just put all your tanks in and use their repair station.
System control achieved.
Okay, there we go. Oh, this is a mining facility planet. That's very nice indeed. Alrighty. So we're not going to send Luke Skywalker into space. We're going to let him chill out a little bit because that last fight was really taxing on the guy. Instead, we're going to use the Millennium Falcon.
On the move.
Corruption has been removed.
So there we go. 17,000 credits, and we are not building ships, and that's a problem. I would like to build a
Vehicle in production.
Quasar escort carriers, man. We need fighters. We need replenishable fighters in the field, quick, because we don't really have that right now, especially not on fleets like this. Ooh, rebel infiltrator.
Construction
I
complete.
hear you need my services.
Let's actually send that
On
that
our
way.
way.
It's not over yet.
Oh, Leia Organa's back somewhere. I have no idea where she is, but she's somewhere. Oh, there she is. She died taking Taurus. Yeah, that's
Reporting
right.
on the calamari cruiser ready.
So we'll just keep her there for now.
Construction complete.
And I still don't understand why we have to build rebel camps first. That's another thing that I need to address. Rebel camps should no longer be buildable after the Alliance becomes the New Republic. It should just start at New Republic
Construction
barracks.
complete.
I hear you need my services.
Okay. Our fleet is ready, and we're going to go in for Endor. Oh, we should have sent our MC-80B. What was I doing? Should have just completely overpowered him. I also don't know why this thing sticks around either. Not really that relevant to... I guess we could use it as a scout, but we have enough of those scouts. Oh, we also have a Raja Jiris back. Wow, they have a lot of stuff here. Oh my gosh. They actually do have quite a lot of stuff. Space battle at Endor. You never thought you'd be versing the Black Sun at Endor. That the rebellion would have to come back here and take care of these guys. Oh my god, this fleet. Unbelievable. We're probably going to need the MC-80B in this fight, and probably a little bit more than that. I'm just worried that they're just going to have so many fighters. 2 Venators I see already on the radar.
Easier than the Kessel Run.
Let's bring this fleet in just a little bit forward. I want to see what they really have, if I'm not just over-exaggerating. Although, that stack looked
Hurry
just
up, Jabba's waiting.
really intimidating. Yeah, 2 Venators, and I think a Providence cruiser's up here. They have some transport frigates. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of, is this right here. 3 Venators, in fact. And, yeah, this is a little bit too much, I think. Or no, it's still 2 Venators, but yeah, just a lot of advanced fighters, especially for the Black Sun. We've got, I see here, Skip Rays, and I saw some Star Vipers here and there, so... Yeah, this defensive fleet looks intimidating as hell.
Wing Squadron reporting.
But,
Squadron advance.
while we're here,
Loud and clear. Standing by.
let's actually take out some transports. If they're going to leave their transports undefended behind our lines, then we're going to go and get them, right?
Ready. Squadron advance.
Transfer all power to the engine.
So here we go. A little bit of a starfighter battle back here.
I've got 'em targeted.
Try and find their transports. And we'll just keep this fleet here so that they don't try and defend their transports with
Frigate reporting.
these ships. They don't bring them down.
Take it easy. Ready.
Let's send our Hapens on these guys right there.
Ready for orders. Okay. Half blaster.
And Han Solo will take out the field commander, hopefully. Of course, these transports are still all really bugged with their hit detection, so... Another thing that I still need to work on. Just endless bugs, man. For one person, it really is a lot. There we go. Field commander down. Eventually they die. It's not that bad. Just send our entire fighter force on their poor transports. That's just so mean.
Setting course. Weapons ready. Heading out. Ordering out.
Oh, that's right. We can use ion cannons on these guys. Slow them down. That's what the B-Wings have. Really useful.
What do you
This
think?
exact situation. Why are you guys stopping fighting?
Hey, Jabba doesn't like waiting either. I know.
Alright, all of you guys, try and take this transport out, please. There we go. And up here... Okay, that transport is dead. Wow, they are pushing their fleet
Reporting in.
pretty far. Maybe we can snipe a couple ships. I'm getting really risky here. I would not recommend being this risky. In fact, I don't recommend myself being this risky. But we're doing it anyways.
Alright, Chewie, let's get out of here.
We do not have any good anti-fighter stuff either.
Alright.
Oh, they're pulling their fleet back. They saw what I was doing. Yeah, so... Let's just retreat.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
Retreat back to Thyfera, hopefully. And come back with a little bit more ships. That MC-80B and all those other support ships that are stationed over Thyfera. Oh, look, we killed, actually, quite a bit of good units.
Underway.
So let's just bring all this
Construction
together.
complete.
In fact, we have some other hero units. And this MC-80B should come up here. We'll have 2 MC-80Bs to the fight. And
Artillery online.
should be good. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Golan 2 battle station and probably hypervelocity gun. So we're going to wait on that just a little bit. And I don't want to attack this intersection because right now it doesn't suit me. There's no real purpose to attack it. So I'm just going to defend it.
Beginning construction.
Put up our defensive structures. And hopefully we should be okay. There is a frigate shipyard here. I would like to take advantage of said frigate shipyard. In fact,
Enemy fleet
Mon Mothma might be more
approaching.
useful at Sullust.
Requesting backup.
And see, and here they come at intersection 9.
Enemy fleet approaching.
So I don't know, I think that's the Empire. Probably is the Empire. And something got corrupted. I want to make sure that nothing up here gets corrupted. But probably something down here. Probably not really important. We're going to need everybody in this fight, and I mean everybody. Every rebellion ship in this sector is going to need to help us out. And we're probably going to have to come back and help out Intersection 9.
Construction
Mon
complete.
Mothma is going to actually get caught. Unless she scades on through just barely. Okay, she got through. That's good. Alright, so here's our fleet. Our MC-80Bs are here as well.
Nebulon B,
Let's put a unit in the
we can do that.
slot in front and then go out to Endor again and
Tactical
try and do
battle
that.
imminent.
Wow. Wow. Praetor and 2 Tonfalk escort carriers. They're actually named Tonfalks before I changed the text so that it actually reflects what the actual canon name is for that ship. So now it's the Tonfalk escort carrier, and you can look that up and fact check me because I fact checked myself. Anyways, level 1 space station. Kind of sucky, kind of sucky.
Orbital command available.
Upgrade
And
in
our
progress.
ships are, of course, stuck in this, like,
Order confirmed.
yeah, asteroid nebula field thing.
Coming
And
out.
they're gonna have a lot of fighters. They're gonna outnumber us in fighters, for sure. But this is our saving grace right here, this DP-20 frigate.
Copy that.
Yeah, it's called the Corellian Gunship. I really should
Complete.
change these names to actually reflect their canon names. I don't know what this guy's doing, man.
Right away.
Please just get out of this field before that Praetor gets here. It's gonna be an interesting fight for sure.
Ready.
Yes, sir.
I want to defend this area because I do not want to give them access to my lower worlds.
Complete.
That would really suck if they could get a land invasion force
We
and
got
this
'em.
Praetor back through.
Reinforcements.
Responding.
We really do not have that many
Squadron, moving out.
fighters at all. Old X-Wings, Y-Wings. Yeah, Praetor coming in.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting. Right away.
Not too solid for us, not too solid. A Dauntless versus a Praetor is actually... I don't know what this fight will actually equate to.
Orders, sir.
Y-Wing standing by.
Maybe if we
Hit the
hit the engines. I know the engines
Your
are
orders.
still not the way I really want them.
Target the primary
But
engine.
for now, maybe we can take advantage of the engines being what they are. While they have a lot of TIE interceptors.
Bombers at the ready. Hit the engine.
If we blow out the engines, we might have some more time to get these ships back
Station is under attack.
into defensive formations. Yeah, these fighters are shredding my Y-Wings. Engines at 26%, so not that bad. They managed to put a Tonfalk escort carrier all the way up here. Very interesting. Oh, they can actually take that out with this thing. Oh, and they bring in TIE bombers. They're trying to take this thing out. All power back into the base. We're just going to have to abandon this ship for now. We do have the sensor jamming, so this ship can handle itself versus
Reporting in. Target
versus
the
heavy
primary
fire
engines.
from bombers.
Roger
Send another Y-Wing that way. Maybe we might be able to do it. Turn on ion cannons. Our A-Wing and X-Wing squadron are helping us out here. Oh, and just as I said that, they got absolutely wrecked. I don't know what this escort carrier is trying to do here. I really don't know. He's being very brave. Trying to keep those fighters spawning in. Oh, and they destroyed the shield generator too. That Praetor is really just gaining on us. And those engines are just not being taken out as fast as I'd like them to be.
Form up.
Yeah, I really don't want to lose this Dauntless cruiser.
Moving to attack position.
Here comes the fighter attack force. Let's bring our DP-20 frigate
Copy.
up to the fight. Let's send these bombers again. We need to send them on these engines. We really do. Our Dauntless is actually pulling away, so that's pretty good. And it's blowing up this escort carrier. Which is not surprising, of course. I don't know why they brought that up so close.
Reporting.
And they're just taking out all of my X-Wings. And Y-Wings. TIE fighters, man. They are relentless.
Cruiser standing by.
Hopefully I'll be able to take out this Praetor.
Forward. Roger that.
I'm just going to move our ships back so that the space station takes the brunt of the damage.
Space station.
Not really armored space station, but yeah. DP-20 frigate, of course, wrecks TIE fighters, no question about it. There really isn't that much they can do. And they're still bringing up their ships. They have a lot of ships. Yeah, turn on our sensor jamming. No bombs can get through, so we're good there. fight is not looking to our advantage right now. At all.
Station ready.
We're going to use our space station and target that escort carrier. Maybe take out that hangar would be nice, actually. So they don't spawn any more fighters from this one, at least. There we go. Perfect. Very nice. Turn this Dauntless around. This TIE Fighter's still coming in full force. Of course, the Praetor is also a carrier now, too, so... They've just got a bunch of carriers everywhere. Yeah. Full shielded Praetor. And it's just going to blow up our space station super fast, so... We gotta get out of here. Rebellion's not going to be able to do this right now. The Dauntless is really no match against that. It is a good capital ship, but not against that thing. So Praetor wins this battle now. And I want to call back, like, kind of... It's interesting because there was an episode back in the day where a level 1 space station took out a Praetor.
Lost.
And you could see how the mechanics of the game have been evolved and how the balance has been done now, to the point where that just didn't happen anymore. It just doesn't. You just can't do it. Even with the Dauntless in orbit, we barely scathed by and we had to retreat. So, Space Battle at Endor is now the next target. This is going to be pretty huge. Alright. So we're going to bring our CR-90
Command. Armed and ready. All power to the engine.
a little bit closer into the battlefield, so we don't take forever with this fleet. Probably going to alpha strike them a little bit, and what an alpha strike is just a shitload of damage in one particular area, so let's just do it.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's bring in our Mandador.
Moving to coordinates.
Oh, that's a little bit close. But, you know,
Right away.
2 MC-80B. This is a New Republic fleet right here. Hapens, MC-80Bs. Got our Dreadnought salvage Katana fleet, like
Coordinates.
Nebulon B2 frigates. We're just gonna try and put as much... Oh, we didn't... We should have put a little bit different loadout, but that's okay.
Awaiting your orders.
Mandador, fire at that Venator. 2 MC-80s, they're just gonna do their own stuff. And then, yeah, look at this Corellian Destroyer. Absolutely wrecked. Anyways, bring our expendable Katana Dreadnoughts forward with ion cannons. Nebulon B defend this station. Yeah, whatever that was, that got wrecked. So we can just watch this in cinematic, and this is just gonna be epic. Absolutely epic. Just, yeah. New Republic in its full might. Coming in and blowing up all these Black Sun guys. Rekusen's, yeah, not really going to do much. There's a Providence there in the back. Trying to... Oh, man, our shields are actually coming down pretty quick.
Receiving your transmission, Commander.
So, B-Wing strikes. B-Wing strikes on that. Let's just watch a B-Wing strike go in on this Providence. There it is. Absolutely destroyed. Take our B-Wings and then, yeah, attack that freighter. We don't want that damage happening. Huge battle going out here. Yeah, absolutely. Just destroying this Venator. You can see the turrets are now blowing off. It's ridiculous. And the crazy thing is that our fighters are not actually even... not doing that much to combat these guys. Oh, they have Boba Fett even. Jamming sensors on the A-Wings. There goes a Venator. Venator number 1 is down. I'm pretty sure Venator number 2 is going to go down with Guri in it. Venator 2 down. Providence Destroyer destroyed. Rekusen melting. Another Rekusen in the background there. What do they have here? A level 3 space station. Alright. I just heard a harmonic bomb go off. And our Corellian Corvettes are doing a pretty good job at defending here. Alright, we have another B-Wing squadron. A lot of B-Wings, actually, now that these MC-80s spawn in B-Wings. Look at all these B-Wings. This is just ridiculous. Just going to send them over here. Regroup our B-Wing squadron. Get them ready for another Alpha strike on a target. And let's move our main battle group forward towards the space station. They're bringing in another battle group here, but I mean, come on. 2 Munificents, like... Let's be real, it's not going to do anything. Alright, B-Wings. What's a good target for you? Oh, they still have 2 Pinnants back there. Where is Boba Fett? I just saw him, like, duck out of here. There he is. He's still back there somewhere.
Ready, sir.
Doing something.
Yes, sir. Setting course. I copy.
Send our A-Wings, X-Wings, Y-Wings. All these guys are really just, like, cannon fodder at this point. Well, A-Wings are actually pretty good. Very good interceptor. Another Requisant just died there. Even more B-Wings. That's good. Let's send our B-Wing strikes. Actually, we're just going to send our fighters.
We've got them on the run.
Nope, never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cancel that order. Maybe take that Pinnance out, but that Pinnance is going to get away from us. They're going to sacrifice their level 3 space station because they realize that it's pointless to fight this. See, pretty smart AI. I'm pretty proud of the AI. In the terms of retreating now, and knowing when to attack and when to just fall back. Of course, I mean, you know, in the beginning of that fight, we did absolutely, like, strike them. So they had no idea that a Mandador and 2 MC-80s were going to come down on them. And as soon as half their fleet got destroyed, they realized that that was a very bad idea to stay in combat. Anyways, Endor is our next point of assault, but that's going to have to wait for the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and you can see that with the new changes, the AI really does start to attack back and push back forward. So this should be an interesting fight. It shouldn't just be a slaughter all the way through, even though that last battle was absolute destruction. So yeah, looking forward to the conclusion of this Let's Play. It's been a very long ride, and yeah, please check out the stream that is going to be happening for Awakening of the Rebellion, the Empire stream that I always have. That's going to be actually moved now to Sunday. And check out the Halo stream that's going to be happening this Saturday, and come play on the Xbox with me. So, anyways, that's all for me for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next part. See you later.